Hello. It is Monday afternoon, February 6th, and I haven't done a video for like a week, which is lately kind of a long time for me to go. There was a time when that would have been normal or even more frequent than normal. But lately I've been making them so frequently that going a week without doing one seems like a long time. So, yeah. So here I am. I'm home from my trip to Oregon. It was a really good trip. I was really glad to get out there and get to spend time with my sister and get to see my brother-in-law and, have that break from all the craziness going on here with the wedding preparations and all the other stress and stuff that's going on. So it was just really nice to have that. And it went by too fast, but that's how it always happens. It always goes by too fast. So, it's taken me a while to reset myself back onto into this time zone, and I think I'm still working on that, although last night it was a little bit easier to fall asleep at a decent hour. So I think I'm getting there. So I'm back now. It's Monday today. On Thursday, I have my port placement scheduled, Thursday morning. So first, I should have to show up at the hospital at like 8:15, something like that. I have to go look at the paperwork. First for an ultrasound of the areas where the clots were in October. I think I said in a previous video that the vascular surgeon who was on my case while I was in the hospital and who I went to for a consultation for this port placement wanted me to have a repeat ultrasound done just to make sure that everything has resolved. So I'm having the ultrasound done first and then reporting to interventional radiology to have the port placed. And I got the paperwork and everything for it, and I actually have to call the pre-register probably this afternoon. And nothing too exciting there. I was a little bit concerned that they might not really be able to give me sedation like the surgeon had said that they would. He's not placing it. It's going to be the interventional radiologist that will place it. But I was slightly concerned that maybe he didn't completely know, and he had taken my last port out with just local anesthetic, and he thought that that worked fine, and of course he wouldn't really know how it was for me. And I told him, I'm like, yeah, I managed, but that really wasn't okay. And I know that specifically, I know that Elisa had a much harder experience getting her port placed because she had nothing. And I can't imagine that. Just having it done with just local anesthetic was bad enough, and that was having it taken out. Having it placed where they have to create a pocket for it, I can't imagine. So I don't usually get much sedation, but I get just enough so that I'm not really totally there. So they'll be able to do that though, and they should be able to use my PICC line. I can't imagine a reason why they wouldn't use my PICC line. So that will be good, and it'll be nice to get that placed and be able to heal from that. And I see my doctor next Tuesday, I think. Today's Monday. I keep getting confused on what day it is. Seriously, I for some reason keep thinking it's Tuesday today. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So I see my doctor next Tuesday. And, sorry. And at that point we will, figure out how and when and where we're taking the PICC line out. Because right now I don't have home nursing care, which is how I've always had my PICC lines removed in the past. Like the doctor has just always ordered for it to be removed, and so the nurse just, rather than doing a dressing change, comes and removes it. But I don't have that now. I'm doing all my dressing changes myself, so I don't know if I'm going to have to go to the hospital to have it removed. My doctor's office really isn't equipped to do it. Like, I know it's not a big deal to remove it, but, like, they just don't handle PICC lines and stuff at her office. She has an IV nurse, but, like, she just gives IVs and stuff. She doesn't even really know how to deal with, central lines. So, yeah, so I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work out, but we'll figure it out. So there's that. And I went for my first dress fitting for my wedding dress on yesterday. And I actually am going to end up needing less alterations done than we thought I was going to need. I'm having, like, they have to do bustling. They have to, like, do the stuff to be able, so that we can bustle the train up. And so they're doing that, and they're moving, there's a strap that they're moving to try to best cover up my port scars. It's unfortunate that I don't have this new port scar yet, and so we don't know, what my chest is going to look like, but whatever, we'll deal with that, afterwards. But we also thought that I was going to have, like, part of the bodice, I guess that's what it is, let out a little bit, because it was just a little bit small, like we couldn't quite zip it all the way up, but like it didn't make sense to get the next size up, because then we'd have to have it taken in, and that would have been probably more difficult, and then it wouldn't have fit right elsewhere. So anyway, so I went to the fitting yesterday, and like I didn't even try to zip it all the way up when I put it on, and the seamstress came in and like went and did the hook in the back, and like went and zipped it up, and like as she was doing it, I'm like, yeah, I don't think you're gonna be able to get it all the way up. Like we couldn't get it up all the way up before when I was trying it on, and like she went and did it. She's like, oh no, fits perfectly. Like it's it's fine. And I was like, wow, that's surprising. So, like, the conclusion that all of us have come to is that I must have lost some amount of weight since then, which makes sense. I mean, I have lost some weight in the last, let's see, since October. I don't know when I got the dress. Probably before that. Probably in like September. So yeah, like between my hospitalization in October and now, I've lost some weight. Not a ton, but just enough, apparently. So, yeah. Less alterations, less I have to pay to have done to the dress, so that's good. And, I just now have to make sure that I don't, gain any weight in the next 4 weeks, I guess. Because that would be horrible. Um, so yeah. So that's that. Lots and lots of wedding stuff going on. I'm actually going to be spending most of the rest of the afternoon making name place cards for people for the tables. I don't think I have within reach. So, our 2 themes for the wedding are penguins. which I don't think I've shown. In my next video, I'll have to show our cake toppers. They're really, really cute. They're penguins. And so they're penguins, so penguins is like one of the big themes. And then our other theme is games, because we both love games, and we basically met playing games at friends' party. So, anyone who plays certain games knows what meeples are. And basically what meeples are is they're wooden playing people. And they're games that have meeples in them. The meeples are all the same, basically. Like, they'll be different colors. Like, some games will have, like, 5 different colors for people to be different colors. But, like, they're all the same shape and everything. So, for our table, for the names for the tables, for people to know where they're sitting. But first of all, instead of table numbers, we're doing games, names of games. And, like, so we're going to have, like, the description of the game and, like, why it's important to us and everything. So people are going to be assigned to a game rather than a number. And then for having their names and the table name, they're going to have it on a meeple that I'm making. So that's what my project is for, like, the rest of the day. So this is actually bigger than what I'm going to be making it. But this is the, like, prototype that I made. And it has a little stand to make it stand up. But that is the shape of a meeple. And this is actually, I think, the size that it's going to end up being instead of the bigger size. But this is just a printout. So I just need to trace that onto the cardstock. So I have a sturdier stencil to trace. And then I have labels to print out people's names and stuff, and we still haven't gotten all response cards from everyone, so we can't really do table settings and stuff yet. So yeah, so that's my project for the afternoon, which should be fun. It feels like there's so much wedding stuff that we still have to do, and I'm sure it'll get done, but like I feel my stress level rising, and like it's harder and harder for me to shut off like the lists running through my head of stuff to do, and feeling more and more overwhelmed. And yeah, so, and I've been sleep deprived for the last week or so. Well, since I got back from Oregon, probably. I haven't caught up on the sleep that I lost flying home on a red eye overnight. So, so I may also nap today. And I will leave it at that because this video has gotten very long. So, I will leave it there, and maybe do a video later on when I actually have some meeples done, and to show you the cake toppers also, and whatever other wedding stuff I have that I can share. It's kind of cool to be able to share things, share these things with all of you guys, and yeah, kind of share the excitement. And I'm sure, like, I have some other things that I want to talk about, non-wedding related, kind of health related, but I don't want to tack it onto this. So I'll make separate videos at some point this week, probably, about those things. So anyway, I hope you're all having a good week so far. I know it's only Monday, but I hope you all had a good weekend, and continue to have a good week and feel good. And I will talk to you all soon.